Good morning and welcome in this online class which is conducted by Aro Jabalpur, and this is Madhu Yadav of KV number 1 Sagar. Children, today we will discuss over the topic Conservation of Plants and Animal, Chapter 7, Part 1. Okay children, so before starting discussion over conservation of plants and animals, I would like to show you some pictures. You just watch these pictures carefully and find out the problems which arises due to the activity which are showing in the given pictures. So children, what do you observe by seeing all these pictures? Definitely, the questions or the thought comes in your mind related to the forest. As you know, forests are important natural resources, and management of forest is a major task not only before the government and the citizen of every country. As you know, forests provide us wood for various purposes, like as a fuel or making furniture in some industries also. The environment is disturbed when trees are cut down at such a rate, and then they cannot be replenished as you seen in the picture. How they are cutting the forest, cutting the trees. No doubt the work which is doing here is having some purpose, maybe making some agriculture land, preparing land for the agriculture, or making any industry. Anything can be possible. But on the rate of cutting of trees, making industries, or the agriculture land, it is not the justified work. If the plant will cut in that manner, so definitely after some time we will get land this type. So children, here we will discuss over the topic deforestation. So what do you understand by the deforestation? Clearing of forest and using that land for further purpose, means making industries, planting some any project, or the preparation of the agriculture land. Any type of person can be possible, is called the deforestation, means clearing of forest and using that land for other purpose, called deforestation. So a great variety of plants and animals exist on earth, and they are essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. So today a major threat to survival of these organisms is deforestation. So we know that deforestation means clearing of forest and using that land for other purpose. What are the causes of deforestation? Procuring land for cultivation, building house and factories, making furniture or using wood as fuel, These are the causes which are responsible for the deforestation. Another important, that is natural causes of deforestation, are forest fire and drought. In both natural disaster, some of the part of the forest convert into the forest land without forest. It means deforestation. What consequences of deforestation? This is also very important to know, that how deforestation affect our life directly or indirectly. First one is increase in temperature and pollution level of the earth. Okay, so as we know, if we cut the trees, and we know trees are responsible for the maintenance of the temperature of the surrounding. If we cut the tree, so there is no medium which reduce the temperature of the surrounding, so automatically the temperature of earth will be increase. Pollution level on the earth, it's also increase, because there is, if we cut the tree, so there is no absorber which absorb the polluted air. Another is increase in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, leading to the global warming. As we know, chlorofluorocarbon and some other gases like the carbon dioxide have the tendency to absorb the sun's heat. If the percentage of these gases will increase, definitely the absorption of the sun heat will also increase. Result will be the temperature of earth will be increase, and it give effect on global warming. And what problem comes due to the global warming? Melting of polar ice. Result will be the level of water will be increased in the coastal areas, and somehow after some time you will find the land areas submerged in water, especially in coastal areas. So this is also a major problem which is related with the global warming. Another one is lowering of groundwater level. Here you can see lowering of groundwater level. As we cut the tree, so their roots of the tree are capable to hold the water. Got it? If we number of trees will cut, automatically the level of the water will go down. This also disturb the balance in nature due to the forestation. Decrease in rainfall leading to drought. It means if we cut the trees, if we cut the forest, definitely water cycle will be affected. Then if the water cycle will be affected, so somehow in the some places we get heavy rainfall and some of the places we get drought. Another consequences are soil erosion and decrease in soil fertility, leading to desertification. Soil erosion. Soil erosion means removal of top layer of the soil. If the top layer of the soil will remove, it means the fertility of the soil decrease, and the area where there is no trees, in trees roots are the responsible for the holding of the top layer of the soil. If the top layer of the soil will removed, it means the fertility of the soil decrease, and which leading to the desertification. Decrease in the water holding capacity of soil leading to flood. Here you can see desertification. So deforestation is a major cause which leads to the change in soil properties. As we know, deforestation means cutting of trees increase the infertility of the soil, and which leads to the change in soil properties. As cutting of trees result more soil erosion. Removal of the top layer of the soil exposes the lower hard and rocky layer. This soil has less humus and is less fertile. Gradually, the fertile land gets converted into deserts. It is called desertification. Means the fertile land gets converted into deserts. This conversion is called desertification. Here you can see how the number of trees decreases in these areas, and after some time this area convert into this type of barren land. Okay, and gradually this land converted into the deserts. So this process is called desertification. Now, what can we do to reduce the desertification? So first one is conservation of the forest and wildlife. And how can we do this? To protect flora and fauna and their habitats. So some protected areas are set up by the government where forest and wildlife can be conserved by setting up areas like biosphere reserves, wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. And these protected area, somehow the flora and fauna and their habitat can be conserved. Discussion over the biosphere. Children, I would like to show you video clip on biosphere, and this is the Pachmadi biosphere. You can see how rich this Pachmadi biosphere with flora and fauna, and you can understand how people live here and different types of animal and birds. Found in biosphere. Here you can see biosphere is that part of the earth in which living organisms exist or which support life. Biological diversity or the biodiversity refer to the variety of the organism existing on the earth, their interrelationship and their relationship with their environment. You can say biosphere is the area meant for conservation of biodiversity. And the biosphere reserve help to maintain the biodiversity and culture of that area. A biosphere reserve may also contain other protected area in it. The Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Pachmari. Major objectives of biosphere reserves are to conserve biodiversity, to promote ecological conservation effort, and to educate people, that is to create awareness about environmental aspects. The Indian government has established 17 biosphere reserves. Here you can see Nokrek Biosphere Reserve. Here you can see Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. On the 14 biosphere reserves, 4 of them are part of World Network of Biosphere Reserve based on the UNESCO Man and Biosphere Program list, and they are Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserve, Sundarbans Biosphere Reserves, and Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. Here you can see in the map the location of the different biosphere reserve. This is Nanda Devi Biosphere Reserves, and here is Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, and here is Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserves. Let's see about the Pachmari Biosphere Reserves. The Pachmari Biosphere Reserves consist of one national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Pachmari. Here you can see the pictures of some biosphere reserves of the Pachmari, and you can enjoy the greenery of this biosphere reserve. Here are some more pictures of the Pachmari Biosphere Reserves. These areas of the Pachmaris are restricted for poaching and fully protected for animals and the plants. And this area is very rich with flora and fauna. Did you know, children? Biodiversity is a measure of the health of ecosystem. It means where the number of animals and living plants found in that particular area, that means that area is rich of biodiversity. So that ecosystem of that area is also very healthy, and it is directly proportional to the health. We are talking about the word biodiversity. So do you really understood by the word biodiversity? Do you know the meaning of the biodiversity? Biodiversity is the variety of plant, animals and microorganisms found in the area. Suppose in your locality, if there are number of different types of plants and animals are present, that means your locality is very rich by biodiversity point of view. So huge variety of the plants and animals living in harmony and mutual dependence is what we commonly call biological biodiversity or the biodiversity. This term refers to the totality of all living organisms to be found in an ecosystem. So number of organisms present in a particular ecosystem represent the biodiversity. Here you can see the different types of organisms found on different types of ecosystems. Here are the number of living organisms. Some of them are found in water ecosystem, some of them are found in land ecosystem. Here is the under marine. Marine also has sea, is also a example of ecosystem. And biodiversity where rich with flora and fauna. So first we have to understand what is flora and what is fauna. Flora means flora are the plants found in a particular area. Again I am giving the example of the Pachmari. Pachmari is a very rich with biodiversity and have rich flora and fauna. Here you can see number of plants which are present in a particular area. That means that area is rich by flora. Here the flora of Pachmari consists of sal teak, wild mango, jamun, silver fern, etc. Here is the sal forest which is found in the Pachmari biosphere reserves. Here is a silver fern which is found in the Pachmari flora. Another is fauna. Fauna are the animals found in a particular area. The fauna example, if we see the example, the fauna of Pachmari consists of wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, blue bull, barking deer, etc. So here you can see, children, the number of organisms present in the biosphere reserve of Pachmari. It means Pachmari have very rich flora and fauna. So that's all, children. This is about the conservation of plant and animals of part 1. Later on we will discuss about the different national park, wild sanctuaries and so on. Thank you.